Hi, Queen, and welcome to Vuyanzi Coaches. I am Vuyanzi, also known as Life Coach Vuyanzi. So, here on the show, you'll actually get a chance to go into a real life coaching session. So, each week, you're going to see a beautiful queen bringing up a problem, a situation in which I coach her through it. So, I'm excited for you to see that. Before we go into tonight's session, I kind of want to set some things up. There's this scripture that says, your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. In thinking about that scripture, what I started thinking about was the opposite. What happens when you don't use your gift? What happens when you're not operating in your gift? Well, then I would think the opposite happens, right? People are not able to be positively impacted by your gift that you have within you. So it's like literally people are waiting for you to move and operate in your gift. So, Queen, my question to you this evening is something holding you up? Are you fully operating in your gift? Or are you like this? Think about that as we look at tonight's session with Tina. Hi, Tina. I'm so happy that you agreed to do coaching today. And we're going to just hop right into it. So my question for you is, what topic would you like for us to tackle today during our coaching session?
Procrastination and fear of success. Yeah.
Okay. Not so much of a tall order for 30 minutes. Lord have mercy. Y'all are like world peace, like, okay. Peace in the Middle East. All right, I'm going to do what they couldn't do for centuries. Okay. All right, so.
Just those little things, that little tiny.
Okay, so I do hear you saying two things. Now, when you think about procrastination, and you actually, how are you with your imagination? How are you with that?
Wide open.
I'm sure. I know you are. I was just asking for courtesy's sake, but I had a feeling your mind is totally imaginative. So I'm going to ask you if you're comfortable to close your eyes, but if you're not comfortable closing your eyes, you can stare at something and just fix your gaze on something. And I want you to put out your hands as if it's a scale. One, okay? And on the left hand, imagine that is procrastination. And in your right hand, in your right palm, that is fear. And I want you to breathe into them for a moment. And I want you to see which is, something's happening with your hands right now.
It already is. As soon as you said left, I noticed my left hand is lower and my right hand is higher. That was just natural.
Okay. So what do we need to, so eyes can come back open? So I'm going to ask you, of those two topics today, which one are we going to tackle? The one is weighing more. Look at your hands. That's amazing.
So this is the procrastination and this is the fear of success. So let's do the fear of success. Let's tackle it.
Okay.
Which I feel like those two are linked, so it will come full circle.
Okay, excellent. So I'm just curious about something. So the fear, so I was thinking of it a different way. The fear rose above, that's how you looked at it. The fear rose above the procrastination?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking of it in terms of procrastination was weighing more than fear, but instead it was the opposite. The fear rose to the top. Yes.
That's an interesting love that you saw that. Because the procrastination does weigh, but the fear of success is higher. Because I feel like with the success, I have every tool I need. I have everything required.
Whoa! One second. Something happened on my computer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My computer had a mind of its own.
Hey, I love music, by the way, and whenever I'm doing my intuitive readings, music comes up, so this is no different.
You know what? Can I tell you something? What those lyrics were saying?
Please.
Oh my God. It said something about the secret to success. That was, what happened was, let's just talk about what's going on right now, because some energy's happening right now. You were just talking about the fear of success, but I happen to have one of my windows, one of my tabs on to a summit that I'm going to be attending right after we finish coaching today. And that is the opening to the summit. It's talking about something about success. Ooh.
Yes, I have asked God in the universe to send my confirmations and messages through various means, and they know I love music. And when I hear music, I get so into the music. Sometimes I don't hear the words, and then I go back and I listen to the words, and they know I will listen to the words, and I'll be like, oh, that's my message. So later on, send me that song, and I will go back and listen to it as well.
Oh, God. Wow. That was that. Folks, what you don't know is that Tina herself, we'll share some show notes about her gifting. And I do believe that her gifting is totally in operation here, even though she's being coached by me, but her gifting is in operation here. And I can appreciate that. I do. So let's talk about, I heard you say you have every tool that you need, but you know what? Let me just take a step back. What is it about fear during our call do you think that we can help to start to resolve for you today during our jumpstart session?
For one, I need to remove this seed that was planted that I heard one of my ex-boyfriend's mother say a long time ago. He used to work for a company, and when he worked for that company, he never moved up. And the reason why he didn't move up, his mother would say, you have a fear of success. You have everything that you need. And you just feel like if you get, the more higher up you go, the more responsibility it is. For me, that fear is, what if I give out, this product, or what if I do this service, or what if I give this speech and then people want more? What happens when I can't get more? Or what happens when I have this block? And what if I do so phenomenal on this one thing, and then the next thing I have that comes out is not as phenomenal as the first? So I kind of get wrapped up in that, and I procrastinate. I have a book I've been working on since 2016. It's been done. It's been edited. All I have to do is upload it and print it. People are waiting on me. And I'm just like, I don't know. So that's where I need my help.
Okay. So you're using the word responsibility, that you said the seed that was planted, it was the seed of like this kind of responsibility. And then when it gets here, and then it gets here, and then it gets here, right? So you've gone 5 steps ahead, right? And then looking at that one step, but this is real. This is real because Tina, what you're saying is not an anomaly. And something came to me while you were speaking, and it was the word capacity. The word capacity. When you hear me say the word capacity in reference to what you're talking about, can you tell me if anything comes up for you?
I feel heavy, and I feel like I want to back out, and it makes me very emotional and want to cry.
Because
I feel like I'm letting myself down is what it is. Because I know better. And everyone expects me to be so strong. And everybody believing in me. And it's clearly a part of me that's not believing in me.
Mm.
And that hurts that I can't believe in myself. I don't have the capacity to trust me.
Mm. Mm.
Damn.
Welcome to this coaching. Welcome to this coaching. And thank you. I want to pause and say thank you so much, Tina, just for being you right now. And I thank you for being authentic right now. Something, I know you talked about the seed that was planted by your former boyfriend's mom. But would you allow me to do another quick exercise with you? Because something else is coming up for me. It may mean nothing. So this is going to take slightly longer than the other exercise did. Would you trust me to do another exercise with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I heard you say, because I don't trust in me. There are other people who trust in me, but you said, I don't trust in me. And I want to get to that root because there's a root there from something. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes again well, I can't close my eyes because I'm going to ask you to nod your head or to be verbal when you get to a certain point. So for a moment, close your eyes or fix your gaze. And on your own, just take 3 deep cycles of breath just to kind of clear out because we're going to go someplace else. And as you're taking your breath, when you're done, you just nod your head, and that's how I'm going to know to go on.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm not going to pick an age, but I'm going to ask Tina to become little Tina. And when you get to whether little Tina is 3, 8, 12, I'm not really sure how old she is. But what I want you to do is think about, had there been a time when that level of trust within yourself, something fractured. The word fractured is coming to my mind. Like where there was something that was fractured about why it is or why it was that you could no longer trust in you. So I'm going to stop talking for a moment because this is some work that you need to do for a few. And think about little Tina and different episodes. You might have to go through a few episodes. Interactions with adults, things that were said, and possibly when a fracture happened with the trust you may have had in yourself. Did she let someone down? I'm just gonna and if you need to fast forward, you fast forward to another time and talk to me.
I went through several experiences in this lifetime that went back and forth, back and forth. My strongest youthful self is my 7-year-old self. That was when, if I'm believing the age correctly, I just feel like it's 7, and I always have. There were some heavy things going on during that time. And I tried to take myself out with some like Fred Flintstone vitamins. It's funny because I'm like, but all I knew was I didn't want to be here because I could not deal with what other people were doing. And I didn't know how to fit in, which has always been a problem for me. So I started allowing people to tell me how I should be, how I should look, how I should talk, how I should be. And back in 2016 is when I met my 7-year-old self, who was actually strong enough to come back to help me through my experience. And I'm very grateful to her. And she is who showed up for me and started showing me all of these memories. And I have to stop allowing other people to plant their fears in me, because it's not really my fear that I have, it's others people's fears that I'm taking on. And I'm choosing, because I'm such a compassionate person, to take that on. And I thought I got rid of that.
Okay. You're empathic, right?
Yes.
Empath. Okay. So it's almost innate, right? To take on other people's stuff, but then the choice you have is to let it take root or not. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's your gifting. It's your calling. This is how it's who an empath is, what you are. You're amazing at what you do. So for a moment, I'm going to ask you, because this isn't the end of people saying stuff to you, right? It's not the end of you feeling. It's not going to be the end of you feeling what someone else is giving. So, Tina, can we begin to think about a way to almost... You okay over there?
That was an energy that was just like, don't listen to her, and knock my stuff off. Like,
okay, we're good. We're going in the right direction then.
Yeah, because I'm like, I haven't touched the table or nothing, because I made sure I was...
All right, because he's gonna get a run for his money today. So,
yeah.
is there a method? And like, this is just a question. Might there be some method that you can come up with where it's like almost like a force field to, okay, so maybe I'm showing my age a little bit here, but I'm thinking like a Hanna-Barbera type of situation. I don't know if you knew the superheroes from Hanna-Barbera. And
Wonder Woman is my...
yeah. But
Who want to be Wonder Woman? I mean...
Exactly. Well, this
Princess Warrior. Those are my two.
Excellent. So, you know what I'm thinking, like that invisible force field, right? So what people say or what they feel, it gets absorbed just because you have that gifting already. But is there a way to not absorb some things and not let some things take root? Is there some type of tool, and I'm literally asking here, some type of tool, some type of strategy that you might start to take up in order to block that? Because this is, as you get more successful, right? People will say heavier things. So tell me what comes to mind.
You know, I actually created a barrier for spirits, energies, and entities that cannot come within my energetic field. They got to give me 50 feet. And if they try to penetrate that, there's a certain frequency and wave that I feel. So I know to go into that Wonder Woman, Xena, Princess Warrior, like, But what I'm realizing by you saying that is I've created it for spirits, energies, and entities, which are pure energy, but I have not created one for physical people and the energy that they encompass. So I'm gonna do that right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't like blocking people like that, but I see that I need to. I feel like being able to be vulnerable is a strength, and being able to allow myself to feel people in their situations is part of what helps me to read better. But I actually had a lady that came to me as a massage client earlier this week. She is psychic, and she wanted me to read her, and I couldn't because she blocked me. And it was intentional. She wanted me to remove her block, and I didn't even realize I was being tested until I talked to a friend. He was like, she did that on purpose. She gave you a scenario that you could read, but she kept herself blocked because she kept saying to me, if you feel anything intuitively, let me know. But I didn't feel anything from her, but nor did I try, because I also have an affirmation that says I allow others to have their own experience. So I only want people coming to me that are wanting to use their free will to improve their self and grow. I got tired and exhausted trying to dig into people's life to challenge them. They like, yeah, I want to see what you see. Them people, I'm not gonna mess with you, because that means you have a darker force within you, to me, which is the opposite of me. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's like diabolical. It just means that it is the opposite of what I'm trying to do. And I don't want to burn up my energy trying to dig through all of your darkness to try to pull out the light that is within you, because that's what I used to do, and it was very draining. So now I allow others to have their own experience. If you come to me, it's because you're ready. If you're not ready, then I turn it away. All money is not good money. I don't want to spend my energy on that. But I do still have people that approach me that are skeptical and want to try me. And so I allow them into that space because I want them to learn. But I just needed to revamp that for a minute and include, besides the energies, entities, and spirits, also include physical human beings that are in this, as I learned in one of my programs, this meat suit that we got, that are carrying these said energies. I need to be cognizant of them. So I just had to go ahead and create that barrier. So thank you for allowing me in that particular space. I needed that.
So I do want to circle back to something.
Go ahead.
And that is because I want to make sure we go in the opposite way. Your words said, I don't trust myself, but I want us to go into a scenario. What would it feel like for you to move from this session and begin to trust yourself? Talk about what that would feel like to trust yourself, to do everything that you have already said that you are equipped to do.
When you said, what does it feel like? It triggered me through this program that I attended. And that was, it's reminding me of a technique that we used to use to pull things out and get you to face it. So I used to hate that exercise, by the way. But I used to hate it because that exercise would make you get to a point to where you would be like, I don't know. And they always say right before you get to I don't know, the answer is right underneath it. And I'm fighting a resistant part of me that doesn't want me to go there, because they know once I bust through that, you got to go. I'm just gonna block that resistant energy right now. And what it feels like is, it feels like I can breathe.
Mm.
It feels like happiness. It feels like freedom. Freedom is what it feels like. It feels like relief. It feels like release. It feels like replacement of heaviness. It feels like love. It feels like unconditional love. It feels like I deserve. It feels like I decide. It feels like I am me. It feels like I have a choice. It feels like I know who I am. It feels like wonderful. I'm seeing this movie in my head called It's a Wonderful Life.
Mhm.
I'm seeing another picture that I have on my wall that says she created the life she desired. I see art, I see travel, I see speaking engagements, I see changing people's lives. I see growth. I just see a world with Tina Wolf in it, Enlightenment Awareness Academy, changing lives one person at a time, and and not feeling fear, and not feeling like procrastination, which is what I teach. Procrastination means that you are not ready for what you deserve. I feel like I am ready for what I deserve. That's what that feels like. That's what that feels like. That is what that feels like.
So
That's what that feels like.
I
Shit,
felt
why
it.
do I not want to feel that way? That's crazy. Why would I not want to feel that? That is that the shit. That, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care why I don't want. I want to feel that way. That it doesn't. It's like it doesn't even matter to me why I don't want to feel that way, because what I focus on, I don't want, is what's gonna come to me. So I just need to. Everything's coming to me right. Everything financial is coming to me right now. Me being able to travel right now, I'm not worried about my bills. All of that is happening right now. This is the financial freedom. This is the freedom to teach and be who I am. It's all happening right now. And that's what I need to have gratitude for, is that I'm already living the life that I want to live right now. And I'm worried about how to create it. It's already here. Shit. What you got? Because I feel something over there.
Oof.
I'm gonna wipe my face with my shorts because it's close by.
I'm being moved here. Let's just I was jotting down some things that you said, and all I want you to do is, as I say them, I want you to breathe them and feel them. Breathe them and feel them. Breathe them in and feel them. So as I'm just going to be reading them in, you can just breathe, feel. I'm just going to be reading them. We don't need to be synchronized, but I want you to breathe and feel. So this is what I heard you say. You can start breathing now. I heard you say, I can breathe. I heard you say happiness. It feels like happiness. I heard you say it feels like freedom. I heard you say it feels like a relief. You said a release. You said like it's not heavy. So I just wrote the word light.
Yes.
I heard you say it feels like love. And I think I heard the word unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you say the words, it feels like I deserve.
Ooh.
I heard I heard you say, I decide. Breathe into that, feel that, feel that. Those were your words. I heard you say, I am me.
Me.
I
Yes.
heard you say, I have a choice.
Ooh.
I
Ooh.
heard you say,
Ooh. I have a choice. Ooh, shit. I have a choice. I have a choice. I have a choice. That's what it is. I kept feeling like I don't have a choice. choice. I have a 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 choice. What's coming to mind is a long time ago, I watched this movie, Malcolm X, and at the end of the movie, everybody was saying, I am Malcolm X. They were all different colors, all different voices, different languages. And I remember people saying to me, I am Tina Wolf with bookwithtina.com. And I laugh every time I hear that, because when people say that, it's like they're taking on a piece of me and a piece of my good energy, that I have a choice of sharing that with them, and they want to share with others my great words and my compassion and my love and everything that comes in when I say I am Tina Wolf confidently. They take on that energy and say, I am Tina Wolf. And if you want Tina Wolf, I am Tina Wolf with bookwithtina.com. It is a seed that has been imprinted and implanted on their heart, because they know that I am loved. And those that remember my name, I am grateful. Gratitude. Who? I have a choice. That's the one that punched me in my chest. Ooh, I'm gonna wipe this with these shorts again, because laughter is the best medicine. People don't understand my joy and my tears. One day I was crying, and one of my friends, this young man, he told me, I said, I like crying because I'm cleansing, but I hate it when I do it, even though I understand it. And he said, no, those tears are watering your seeds for your harvest. And so now when he says that, instead of fighting it, and thank you for allowing me that transformation, because that's when I took my power. When I cry, I allow myself to be in that heavy space. I just say, forget it, go on and feel it, feel all the heaviness, feel everything, and then get your power back. So now I went from I have a choice feeling heavy to I have a choice being empowered. I'm about 80% there. I still got about 20% left to work on that. I have a choice, but it's better than being where I was, which was 0.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
so thank you, and namaste, and nam myoho renge kyo, amen, hallelujah, I see, ashe.
Nada.
Nada.
So I just want to, as we wrap this up, I have to say this coaching session, I am truly being blessed by it, because I thank you just for your authenticity. I just want to ask you one last, just when you talked about that 20%. So Tina, can you just talk a little bit about the work that you'll do to move yourself up within that 20%? What will that look like when we get off our call today?
I attended this program called Avatar, an amazing program. They gave me every tool I need on how to remove and balance emotions. And that one exercise that you, what does it feel like? I'm gonna go. I'm talking about I was swinging at the air. Because it makes you not lie to yourself. It makes you be honest with you. If you want that answer, you got to not BS yourself. You got to be honest. And we all get to that, I don't know what to do, but you know what you need to do. So I'm going to do that exercise. I'm definitely going to do a walk of atonement. I'm definitely going to pray and just allow myself to be in a space of forgiveness towards myself. I need to do a lot of forgiveness of myself for the choices that I've made in the past, and do like what I say in my teachings, which is accept those great mistakes as lessons so that I don't repeat those unpleasant experiences, and just truly love on me, love on myself, and pour into myself again today. So that's that 20%. It's a lot of deeper inside work. And this is work that somebody else can't help me with, because it's gonna get nasty. It's gonna get real nasty.
No, that's you're going deep isn't like for everyone to understand. When you decide to go deep like that, right, it can get a little ugly. And the word when you were talking that came up for me was permission. Granting yourself permission. So today we started off by you saying, you talked about the fear of success. Do you feel like we have met the goal of what you felt, have we reached our goal for today's session, Tina?
Girl, I got so much. Normally I'm the one giving homework, but today, thankfully and prayerfully, I have homework for once. And I know some of my teacher students are like, yes, get her, because she's always giving us homework. Get her. Yes, so I have and I receive that homework.
Okay, so this is the end of our coaching session. I just say thank you so much for allowing me this space to be able to coach you, because it wouldn't have happened if you did not allow for me to come into your space. So thank you so much.
Yes, you are so welcome, and thank you for having me. I love you. Heart emojis and unconditional love to you, like truly, purely.
There it goes. Thank you. I receive. Great session, huh? So let me kick this back over to you. In the beginning of the show tonight, I offered you this question of whether or not you were fully operating in your gifts, or was there something holding you back? I love the way Tina said that there are people that are waiting on her. And I ask you, Queen, are there people waiting on you? So this is something that you contemplate and that you start to work through. Now, I'll say this. If you'd like to work through it with me, Life Coach Vuyanzi, then make sure you get in touch. I'll be having casting calls soon, and at least you'll be on the list. If it's not me, look for some support. Look for some help. A lot of times people don't do coaching because they don't know exactly what it is. But you see what it is, and there is help. There are people waiting on you. Until we meet again, Queen. Mwah.